Hi, it's Graham from Espresso Coffee. Today we're going to look at some essential barista skills. We're going to start off with some good preparation and housekeeping, such as storing in handles in the machine when not in use. We'll then move on to grinding and distribution. We'll take you through each drink, looking at brewing and extraction times. We'll have a section on milk. We'll look at temperature, texture, a wee bit of latte art, and we'll finish off with some cleaning and back flushing of the machine. We'll begin by looking at our good practice checklist. So we would always remove spent grounds from each handle after use, and then we suggest putting the portafilter handles back in the machine to keep them up to temperature. When making milky drinks, we would always preheat the cup with hot water, and we would use a damp cloth to clean the steam wand after every single drink. We would also keep a second cloth just to keep our work area clean and tidy. Next, we'll look at grind and distribution. Insert the handle into the jaw. When the dose is complete, gently tap the handle on the tapping mat. Set on the distribution tool and spin clockwise 3 or 4 times until the rim meets the top of the basket. Always ensure the top of the basket is clean before use. So on to brewing espresso and looking at target extraction times. Flush the group head before use, and we insert the handle firmly in place and immediately select the desired shot. We want the shot started right away to avoid burning our coffee. Note that each button is preset to dispense a specific volume of water, and these target extraction times are measured from when the button is first pressed until it automatically stops. If the times are not being achieved, your grinder may need adjusted. So if someone in your cafe or restaurant is not able to correct this, please get in touch with us for assistance. So now we'll take you through the preparation of all the most popular espresso based drinks on your menu. Please note that details of these and other drinks are available as a PDF. Please contact the office and we'll get them sent to you as soon as we can. So first drink in the menu is the Americano. Firstly, 3/4 fill a large cup with hot water. Fill the double shot handle. Gently tap the handle on the tapping mat. Set on the distribution tool and spin clockwise 3 or 4 times until the rim meets the top of the basket. Rinse the head, put the handle firmly in place and select button 4. And the first milky drink up is the Cappuccino. For the Cappuccino, preheat a large cup with hot water. Fill the double shot handle. Gently tap the handle on the tapping mat. Set on the distribution tool and spin clockwise 3 or 4 times. Rinse the head. Lock the handle firmly in place and choose button 2. For the milk, line jug up with the steam wand and insert the wand 2 centimeters below the milk surface. Tilt the jug slightly to one side so the wand is off center, and lower the jug until we hear a light whisper. Hold in this noise until the volume is increased 1 to 2 centimeters, and then raise jug to heat the milk to the desired temperature. Think ouch on your hand and then a count of 3. 1, 2, 3 before turning the steam wand off. Polish the finished milk by circulating the jug. We're thinking of emulsion paint. When pouring the milk, mix from a few inches above the surface of the espresso, then lower the point of the jug very close to the surface Pour quite fast at that point, then lift up and strike through. Next drink up is a flat white. For a flat white, preheat a small cup with hot water. Fill the double shot handle. Gently tap the handle on the tapping mat. Set on the distribution tool and spin clockwise 3 or 4 times. Rinse the head. And select button 2. For flat white milk, insert the steam wand a couple of centimeters under the surface, tilt the jug slightly again and lower the jug until we hear a light whisper for only 1 to 2 seconds. We're only trying to allow a little air into the milk, then raise the jug to heat the milk to the desired temperature. It usually is in the 60s of degrees, 60-65. Polish the finished milk by circulating the jug. When pouring the milk, mix from a few inches above the surface of the espresso, then lower the point of the jug very close to the surface. Pour quite fast at that point, then lift up and strike through. Now for the latte. For a latte, preheat a large cup with hot water. Take a single handle and use 1 shot on the grinder. Tap gently on the bench as previous and a few turns of our distribution tool and clean before use. Rinse the group head, insert the handle, and this time we're going to choose button 1 on the control panel. An alternative when making lattes is to use the double handle rather than the single handle, and to do this we could make 2 drinks at the one time. So we would always, as usual, warm our cups or our shot pots. We use the double handle and then we would use button 4 in the machine and then put a cup or a vessel below each of the spouts. Insert the steam wand a couple of centimeters under the surface, tilt the jug slightly again and lower the jug until we hear a light whisper for only 1 to 2 seconds. We're only trying to allow a little air into the milk, then raise the jug to heat the milk to the desired temperature. It usually is in the 60s of degrees, 60-65. Polish the finished milk by circulating the jug. When pouring the milk, mix from a few inches above the surface of the espresso, then lower the point of the jug very close to the surface. Pour quite fast at that point, then lift up and strike through. So now on to the Mocha. So for this we're adding the chocolate element to the espresso. Preheat a large cup with hot water. Fill the double shot handle. Gently tap the handle on the tapping mat. Set on the distribution tool and spin clockwise 3 or 4 times. Rinse the head. Lock the handle firmly in place and choose button 2. And once we have our espresso brewed, we're going to add 2 heaped teaspoonfuls to the espresso, and at this stage we really mix it. and that's the sort of basis for the drink. If you put some dusting of chocolate over the top, when we add the milk, it gives it a nice finish. When we're looking at Mocha milk, we're thinking the same as for a cappuccino, so we're looking quite a nice texture in this. We're going to insert the steam one just under the surface, drop the jug down, we're holding it on that nice wee whisper noise, and we're looking for quite a bit of texture. Holding this noise until the volumes increase 1 to 2 centimeters, and then raise jug to heat the milk to the desired temperature. Think ouch on your hand, and then a count of 3. 1, 2, 3 before turning the steam wand off. Polish the finished milk by circulating the jug, and again for the Mocha pour, we're starting higher and slower above the surface of the liquid, and then when it comes down to do our design, try and get the point of the jug just a centimetre or 2 in from the back of the cup, and get right down low, and pouring quickly, lift up and strike through. And lastly, onto the espresso, a small drink but no less important. Insert the handle into the jaw. When the dose is complete, gently tap the handle on the tamping mat. Set on the distribution tool and spin clockwise 3 or 4 times until the rim meets the top of the basket. Rinse the head, lock the handle firmly in place and choose button 2. Can sometimes miss the side of the cup, so it is good practice to lift the cup up just to make sure you're going to catch it all. So for daily cleaning, a very important thing to do. We can have the best coffee in the world, the best milk texture in the world, but if the machine is dirty, it will definitely impair the taste of the drink. So we start off by rinsing the head and then using our group head brush to really clean vigorously in around the shower screen. We then insert either a rubber blanking disc and half a teaspoon of polycaf, or you can get a solid metal disc, whatever. But it's definitely about half a teaspoon of polycaf, not too much, and then we dissolve this by adding some hot water to it. Insert the handle into the machine, and then we use the free flow button, which we press and stop after 6 seconds. And we repeat this, so it's 6 by 6 seconds for cleaning with the polycaf. So once we finish with our 6 by 6 seconds, we take the handle out and you'll notice it looks like dirty milk in the handle. So we're now going to rinse this out, and we want to flush all the polycaf out of the head of the machine so that it doesn't impair the flavour of our coffee in the morning. So once rinsed out, we reinsert the blanking disc into the handle, add some boiling water, insert into the machine, and again using the free flow button, think of the 6 by 6 seconds again. And remember, back flushing should be performed on both sides of the machine, so both group heads, and it should be done daily. And always remember to run a coffee through each group head first thing in the morning before you use the machine for your full day service. So once we've done the back flushing, take the baskets out of all the handles you have, and then fill a wee basin or an ice cream tub with about 2 inches of boiling water. We then insert the handles. We don't need to worry really about the plastic part of the handle, it's just a metal section, into the boiling water, and add about a teaspoon of polycaf and leave to soak. Always remember to clean the handles or rinse them before use the next day. Thanks very much for watching today. Please do remember that training is free of charge for all our customers. Please contact the office at any stage to arrange a convenient time.